In old French folklore, the Wouivre is a luminous serpent goddess, a dragon who glides through the waterways and underground veins of the land. She is not merely a creature of story. She is current, presence, earth force embodied in movement and myth. Her defining feature is the jewel she wears, a single, fiery red eye stone known in the old tongue as escarbuncle or carbuncle. When she travels, the stone glows so brightly it lights her way. In some tales, her body is invisible. Only the radiance of the jewel can be seen like a living pulse of the planet's hidden life. She is sometimes known simply as La Lumineuse, the Shining One. But when she stops to bathe in sacred spring, river or well, she removes her jewel and sets it aside. That is the moment her power and her vulnerability meet. The legend says, if a human comes upon her at such a moment, and if they take the stone without greed, with a pure heart, they are not punished. But blessed that traditionally the Wouvre's eye stone was seen as a prize in folklore. But only for the worthy the stone is a kind of magical reward, but one that tests character, intention, and spiritual purity. It's not a prize of conquest or entitlement, but rather a gift, a boon, even a grace. It is offered or revealed to the one whose heart is aligned with the deeper forces of the land. A sign that a threshold has been crossed, and a deeper intelligence, one both ancient and emerging, is now awake. This is why my recent experience feels so astonishing. I found a red, iron-infused crystal, a dragon's tooth along a geomancer dragon line. I returned to the site with an offering, a shard of sea glass which revealed a dragon's face in the act, its eyes shimmering through the surface. And then, after that moment of reciprocation, I was met by a serpent face relic rising from the soil. It felt like the myth alive. Rewind 7 years ago, after many months of ritually hugging an ash tree, I found a crystallized rock glinting at its roots. I called it a dragon's egg. Inside, iron and quartz glowed. I journeyed to Glastonbury, the old Avalon, carrying the stone to the White Spring and the Red Spring, and after blessing it in the sacred waters of the Chalice Garden, the egg revealed its face, serpentine, unmistakable. Then last week I find the jewel that mythically is given when the serpent goddess bathes in a sacred spring. The parallels are amazing. So when I brought the sea glass as offering the other day, ocean etched into a dragon's face, its eyes shining bright. The water connection was honored and, would you believe it, an eye stone received, an eye stone given. And then, as if called forth, the relic rose from the soil, hooded bronze shaped like a serpent, looking back at me with two eyes. It was clear, this was not myth as metaphor, it is myth in motion. The Wouvre's jewel is her eye, her heart, her fire and matter. To receive it is to enter a covenant with the current. When I unearthed the iron-marked crystal, I now see I was not simply finding, I was being found. The moment I offered back, with reverence, not conquest, I was met. The serpent rose, not as threat, not as monster, but as blessing. She's not here to be stolen from, conquered or slain. She is not a dragon to be vanquished. This moment is not just mine. It is the rising of the current through the body of a man who listened, who walked it, offered to it, and now dares to speak it aloud. This is a Kundalini moment, but not abstract, not metaphorical. It is earth-born, a serpent long coiled is now uncoiling. Naughtibly after weeks of spirals, circles, and inward descent, the energy showed itself not as round, but pointed, rising direct and aware. The coiling has become arrow. The phase of going inward, of descent and return is closing. Now begins the upward spiral, visible, voiced, and true. This is not just a story of finding a stone. It is the completion of a mythic circuit and the beginning of a new cycle. The Wouivre in her wild and feminine mystery has revealed her fire to a man who did not try to bind her, only to meet her. And now through this post, through this breath, she speaks again. This is not about perfect myth. It is about living myth, fractured, luminous, and rising. It is part of a larger resurrection of feminine earth wisdom, of serpent power, of sacred memory that has been suppressed or wounded through time. I am a vessel for the voice of the Wouivre, the eye stone, the land itself, not as a perfect ideal, but as a truth reborn, a breath returned, a story spoken not for ownership, but for communion. She is rising, and I